morning, everyone. Welcome back to my channel and welcome back to another vlog week in my house. I think we are on week 7 now. Week 7. Thank you all so much for your lovely, lovely messages on my last video. To be honest, when I was editing my previous vlog, I did very much notice that I myself was like, I kept apologizing for everything that I was doing. Like, I think I had taken some of the negative comments on the previous vlog before that too literally, and I was just trying to be a people pleaser. The people pleaser in me was shining bright. I am a massive people pleaser. I just want everyone to be happy, okay? Just everyone. But what I have taken from your comments is that I don't need to do that. What I need to do is just make sure that I am happy. So moving forwards, if the haters are gonna hate, in the words of Taylor Swift, we're just gonna shake it off, okay guys? I am just gonna do what makes me happy. So let's go and do this, right? Like, I'm excited. I'm excited for this kind of like new version of me. I keep losing her. Like, it's really hard to explain, but like, I feel like I start really, really positive. And like when I first started all of these vlogs, I was so excited to be sharing all this stuff with you guys. And then I kind of lost my way a bit and I started being that people pleaser person and I started doubting myself massively. So I'm not going to do that anymore. I'm just not, okay? We're going to just be the authentic version of me. So you may notice behind me that I did in fact complete the piece of art that I was making in my previous video. And I love it. I was a little bit hesitant. I thought I maybe had ruined it at one point, but now that it's on the wall, I love it. So let me show you, turn you around so I can show you it a little bit more clearly. But in total, this did take me quite a long time. But yeah, I'm really, really happy with it. And it fits perfectly where I wanted it to go. So let's have a closer look. So I think I had told you guys that it was going to say, always live your brightest life. And so I need to remind myself of that, right? It looks completely different on camera to how it looks in real life. It's looking really like grey and patchy and odd. It doesn't look like that, but okay. So this is the finished article, and I just love it. What you can't tell in the camera is that it's actually a very soft kind of pinky color. It's actually called Farrow & Ball Great White, and I had it color matched at the B&Q like Valspar thing. And it's just lovely. Like, it's such a lovely kind of like warm color. And then, so you would have seen me sticking all of the letters on. So I think I did a pretty good job with that, like making sure they were all level. And then I added like some texture to it here. Well, actually I added texture all over, to be honest, using like bicarbonate mixed into the paint. And it's really given it quite a nice sort of finish. Like, I think if I had left it completely painted, it looked quite kind of bland. So I added some texture to it and yeah, I just love it. I'm really happy with it. And most importantly, I made it. And so every time I look at it, I think, yeah, I did that. And it's kind of like sparked a flare in me where I'm like, oh, I want to do something else. Like, I want to try and be a bit braver with other things and stuff. And I know it's just, you know, a canvas with some letters stuck to it. But yeah, I'm really, really happy with it. And I just think it ties in so nicely to the space. It looks really, really pretty. And I've got a few more bits of art over here that I'm going to start adding up. But I haven't fully decided how I'm going to do all of that yet. But there we go. That's the artwork that I left you all on with a cliffhanger. So today we are going to go back into my bedroom as I've had a really exciting delivery of some bedroom furniture. I know I've said in the past kind of like it's all temporary. Well, I took the plunge and I ordered this furniture that I had really, really wanted. I'd seen it on the Dales website. Again, I apologize if anyone can hear like tapping. You probably can. It's just the dog wandering around. She just loves being involved. I'm going to shut the door just for a moment so we don't hear her little paws, bless her. She'll be fine. She will be fine in there. So yeah, I took the plunge and I just ordered some furniture. And I had thought about this for a while. I'd seen it on the Dales website, and it was a really lovely dupe of some ochre furniture. I will insert a picture of the ochre furniture. The ochre furniture is unbelievably expensive, like way, way, way out of my price range. And even with this furniture, again, I was a bit like, it's a little bit expensive. But now it's here, I am delighted with it. Like, it's such amazing quality. The finish on like the drawers, the little handles are so beautiful. I'll show you in a minute. And I really feel like it has finished off my bedroom. However, there's always a however with me. This kind of dream that I had of, sorry, of itchy face. The dream I had of kind of having warm tones in this room have very quickly had to change, because the furniture is making the room feel really, really kind of like one colour. So we've got a couple of little things that we're going to do today to like mix this up. And you may see that there's now a lamp, where are we going there, that was once in my bedroom. I've had to move them out because they clash with the furniture. Obviously, I always feel like this happens to me. It's like I have a vision, I buy bits for the vision, and actually what I should have done is buy the big things first, like the furniture, and then bought the accessories. But I love those lamps, so I've now got one in the living room and I've got one in the hallway, and I'm really happy with it. But it has meant that I'm going to have to change up a few other things in here to make this room just feel a little bit more cohesive, shall we say. But yeah, anyway, let me show you the furniture and then I'll talk through what the plan is in here before we kind of get started on it today. So over there in the corner, you can see one of them. Over here, I haven't built it yet. I'm going to build it with you and show you how it all came. It's here in this box. And then on this side is where I have the main kind of chest of drawers, which is where I had my chest of drawers before. It's gorgeous, right? Isn't it absolutely stunning? Like, look at the gorgeous handle details, the wood details, everything about it. Don't you love how it like concaves inwards? Because I love that. I also love that it's on like little feet. So that means I can clean underneath it, because one thing I do find about this house is that the dust bunnies are bunnying because of the floor. I'm not used to having hard floor everywhere. So the lack of carpet is causing more dust bunnies, which is not a problem because it just means my house is clean all the time. But I love now that I can actually get underneath these units and clean them and just make sure that everything is lovely all the time. That's, you know, important to me. So yeah, the furniture I am obsessed with. I love the colour. And actually, like, someone messaged me on Instagram because I shared like the handle detail, and they were like, you've got a 4-leaf clover on your unit, and that means good luck. And I was like, yeah, it does, doesn't it? It really does. So I'm super happy with these, and I can't wait to get this other one set up with you today. So now we've looked at the furniture, that can lead me on to the next bit. Now, I know that I said that I really wanted kind of like the warm tones in here, but I am having issues with how warm it has become. I don't know if it's because I've got this like stripy bedding on that's very, very pink or whatever it is, but I'm feeling like with the lights, which I love, and the furniture, which I love, and then the cushions and the bedding, that it's just like an overload of browny tones. And I just want to change that up. It's not giving me the like Nancy Myers vibe that I wanted for this room. Okay, that's where we're at. It's 11:11, guys, 11:11. So I've decided that I'm going to incorporate a little bit of blue in here because I actually think blue looks beautiful with this kind of wooden colour. So naturally, in my true fashion, I went to Dunelm and I found this kind of like lovely blue floral bedding. It's quite subtle. I love the white colour, and I sort of also love the darker colour on it too. And I just think it looks lovely against that wood. I also think it looks really lovely against the bed. So I'm really happy with that. So we're going to put that all on the bed today as well. Then obviously now I've had to move my lamps out. That has meant that I've had to get new lamps, naturally. And I really like these. So I picked these up in Dunelm as well. They are plug-in, so there is a little wire that's going to poke down, but I don't actually have a problem with that. I know a lot of people always say like get the ones where you can use like a control and turn them on, but I'm just not here for that. Like I'll lose the control, okay? So I'm going to use the ones with the wire and see how I get on. And then I actually got like these little shades as well to go on top. And here is one I made earlier. Hang on, one moment. So here is one I made earlier. Isn't she beautiful? So I'm going to try and pop these somewhere. Like part of me is thinking, do I have them like quite down low next to the bedsides and in line with the bed? Or do I put them a little bit higher up? I haven't fully decided what's the best way to do this yet. Like, I don't know. I'll have to show you guys better in a little while. But yeah, how beautiful is that? The thing with these is they're a little bit, they don't actually have a thing to like hold the shade on. So I'm going to pop a little bit of glue to hold that shade onto the brass bit, because they are naturally supposed to just have like a light bulb, but I don't know who is doing that. But as you can see, like they are supposed to just like have a light bulb in the top. But yeah, I'm just going to just pop a little bit of glue on and stick that all in place. And I think that's going to look a lot more along the lines of what I want this room to be. I hope that makes sense. Another thing that I really want to do is sort out my curtains. So I really love these curtains. They're really light and they're really flowy, and they'll go so nicely with the like white of the new bedding. But I don't actually want a curtain pole in here. So I have a track that I was originally going to use in the living room, but ended up getting a curtain pole in there. So I'm going to attach that to the ceiling and then put these on some hooks, and then they will be like on a flowy kind of like runner to kind of go across. I actually have 2 sets of curtains here, which, do you know what? It actually doesn't bother me at all. I quite like that there's 2. It sort of means you can move them around. So I'm just going to keep them as they are because it saves money. There's nothing wrong with them. They look gorgeous. So that's the plan for that as well. So yeah, that is kind of where I'm at with this bedroom. I'm also feeling like, I know it sounds crazy. Like I know I was very much like, oh, I want like loads of pinks and I want this. I do. I still want a lot of colour in this house. But I do also feel like this house is screaming to be blue. Like, you know, when you just get a feel of a house. Like, I think because the kitchen is quite like a bluey grey colour, and even like the external windows are like a bluey grey colour, I'm like, everything in this house is telling me it needs to have blue in it. So that's kind of where I'm going. And I think that by changing the bedroom into kind of blue, it will go so much better with my bathroom, because if I just quickly show you, the units in here are quite blue as well, so it'll all kind of like tie in. And I have seen some gorgeous blue paint that I just adore, especially for like in here, and then something sort of in for the bathroom as well. So that's kind of what I'm feeling. And then I think the flow will be quite nice. And she says all this, and then next week I'll come back and I'll be like, guys, I've changed my mind again. But at the moment, right now, in this very day and in this time, and actually this week in general, since I got these bits of furniture, I'm like, no, the pink is not giving in this particular room. I feel like it is needing to be blue, and I'm okay with that. Like, it's giving me that kind of Nancy Myers vibe that I feel, and I'm really excited to do it. The pink cushions are not going to go to waste, those gorgeous pink cushions. I'm actually going to use them on my sofa. We all know the kind of dilemma that I'm in with the artwork above my sofa. Let's go and have a look at it. We all kind of know the dilemma. We know that I'm feeling that it's giving me old house vibes. So I'm kind of like, oh, I don't know if I want to keep it or not. But they are growing on me, I have to say. But I'm thinking if I can try and find some maybe slightly warmer tones, I think it will look lovely, like to put within the frame is what I'm thinking. So let me show you. So they are growing on me hugely, but I'm thinking if I can get something with a slightly warmer colour in the middle of the picture, I think it will go really, really nicely. As you can see, like the little lamp is in here and it actually looks so much better. It works really well with the lamp over here. And then obviously I have another lamp over there. And kind of actually just by changing that lamp, it's really changed the feel of the room for me. Oh, what I'm thinking is because these lamps all have like the sort of pinky tone in, I think it will look really, really nice to add in those pink cushions in here. I have also just realised that I haven't actually updated you guys on how Olivia got on her school trip. So she did get the top bunk, for anyone who was wondering. She did get the top bunk, and she told me she raced up there and she made sure she got it. And I was like, wow, you are your mother's daughter through and through. So competitive on things. And yeah, she got that and she was really, really happy. She had a fantastic time and I was just so happy to like be reunited with her. It was lovely. I literally though got the girls back on, what day was it? Sorry, I have a hair in my mouth. I got the girls back on Sunday evening. I then had all day Monday with them, and then it was like back to school for both of them on Tuesday, and then they were at their dad's again on Tuesday night, and it's now Wednesday. And I'm just like, I haven't seen them. I feel like I soaked up all like their love on Monday and then they were gone again. And I do really find that kind of like transition. I don't know if anyone else can relate to this, but like, you know, when your children have been somewhere else, like in particularly like with their dad, they kind of go into like dad mode. And I find it takes like a good couple of days to like warm them up and get them out of it. Maybe not a couple of days, but like a good day to like warm them up and get them out of that, like, I don't want to say stagnant, but I will, that kind of like mode that they're in. I don't like that mode because they're like quiet. They cry a lot as well. They get quite upset and they're quite emotional about different things, or that, you know, especially like Freya, like she's only 4, she really struggles with like that transition between the two. So yeah, it takes me a little while to kind of like warm them up and get them out of it. And when they do, like they're happy and bubbly and back to being themselves, which I love. And like I myself, like my parents separated when I was younger, when I was 8. And I remember very clearly like really struggling with that transition of being at my dad's to then going back to my mum's. And like, if you ask my mum, I actually used to be really mean to her. Like I used to struggle really, really hard with it because of kind of, at that time, my dad would say things about my mum, and mum would sometimes talk about my dad, and it was really hard to like be stuck in the middle, like as the oldest. And yeah, I think I can relate so much to how like my children are feeling because I've been that way. So I try really, really hard to kind of like just get them back into their routine and to embrace their emotions and just to let them be. But it's all a learning curve at the end of the day. Like I think co-parenting is just something that you learn more about every single day. And we're kind of in a good flow with it. It's going well. But yeah, it's constantly evolving because the children are constantly changing age as well, and things are happening in their lives. But yeah, I don't know, people might be able to relate to that and you might have some insight. I think someone actually did share a really lovely comment where she said that if my youngest gets upset about going to daddy's, tell her that she needs to go to daddy so that she has stories to tell me. And I loved that. And I was like, and it was like, so she has stories to tell you and you have stories to tell her. And I was like, I just treasure that so much. So actually we did practice that yesterday morning. She was like, I don't want to go to daddy's. And I was like, but you need to go because then you'll have some stories to tell me. And she did get quite excited about that. So yeah, it's lovely. I really do appreciate all of your lovely guidance on things. You guys are amazing. So yeah, thank you. Anyway, let's get back to sorting out my bedroom and getting like a few kind of DIY bits done. I've also got a lot of things that I want to try and sell on Facebook Marketplace this week. I have a whole cupboard upstairs of things to sell on Facebook Marketplace. So I'll show you all of those as well. And if you live locally and you would like to buy them from me, just let me know. Yeah, so we've got quite a bit to do over the next few days, which is lovely and very exciting. But first, my bedroom. So my first job is going to be to set up this second bedside table. It should be relatively easy. And then I'm going to align the bed and make sure there's kind of like equal gaps both sides with the bedside tables and the bed and everything else. And then I'll be able to put the little lights up, which I'm really excited about. As you can hear, the dog has made her way back in here, bless her. Phoebe, what are you doing? Good girl. You good girl. Right, so she now thinks she's going to get on my bed. Can you see her little head? She's like, Mummy, can I come on there now? Not now. Later. Later. We can have a cuddle later. Yeah, so let's get this unboxed, get it set up, and then we'll have a better idea of what we are working with. So there we have it. That's both bedside tables in situ. I do honestly, I love them so much. But yeah, I'm just like, have I made a huge mistake? Have I made a huge mistake, guys? I don't know. I love them. I'm just maybe thinking, should I have got like a darker wood colour or something like that? But I can't change it. It is what it is. So I'll just have to make everything else work. I just think they're so stunning though. I am really, really, really happy with them. Yeah, and I can make the rest of it work. I think it's perhaps the fact like, maybe it's just the walls. I don't know. Or maybe it's just the bedding. I really don't know. But anyway, I love them. I'm happy with them. I've also shuffled the bed slightly over. So there's now 64 centimetres each side. So they are directly in the middle. And then obviously this way round, now the big box is gone. I mean, it's still over there. But now that it's not there, it has kind of freed up the space a lot more over here. Just need to sort out like all my clutter that's on there. Yeah, super happy. That's also kind of directly in the middle. I don't know if you can see, but it is directly in the middle of that wall too. I love a bit of symmetry. I really do. So I actually now have more drawer space, guys, which I didn't have before. And I'm really like excited to like put things in. I need to clean them because they're a little bit like dusty inside and stuff. But I can now kind of make myself a bit more at home. I know it sounds crazy, but yeah, I can kind of put some bits away. Like I've got quite a lot of stuff on the top of here, like my LED face mask and bits and bobs basically like that I can put away. At the moment I have like all my clothes in here, and then I have like bits in there. And I'm thinking I'll move the bits over onto like this side or this side, and then I'm going to free up this top drawer. And by freeing up that top drawer, it means I can actually put some of the things that are like on the top of here and there. So I can, maybe not my perfumes, but I can put like hairspray and stuff and make like a makeup drawer. So it almost becomes kind of like a beauty, what's it, like a dressing table as well. And I can get some like dividers and put my makeup in there, like my makeup bag and bits and bobs in there. So that'll be really nice to have that. And I've got my nice mirror and everything, and I can just sort of sit there and get ready because the bed is like close enough, etc., etc. Right, I'm in a predicament with where to put these. So they have a wire, which I, know isn't the most beautiful thing, but as we discussed, I'm not here for controls. So, do I put it so it's in line with kind of like the top of the mattress, so that the shade and the mattress are in line with each other? And I'm going to have it in the middle. I know that. I was a bit toying with like whether to put it one side, but I think I definitely want it in the middle. Or do I put it so that the bottom part is in line with the top of the bed and have them slightly higher up? Like, I really don't know. I asked ChatGPT and ChatGPT told me that it needs to be 100 centimetres to 120 centimetres off the floor. Well, guess what? This is 120 centimetres with the shade, or 100 centimetres with the shade touching the floor. And if we're going from the top of the shade, if we then move it up, so if I then move it up, the top of the shade is then 120 centimetres. So it's 100 centimetres and then it's 120 centimetres. So it doesn't really answer the question, does it? Because it means it can go in one of the two spaces. It also said that the light needs to be level with my shoulder. So I'm assuming that means the light needs to be there, because then it's level with my shoulder when I'm in bed. And it's the worry is that if you have it too high, it's then like glary. I actually just don't know what to do. I'm like, and it's really hard because I can only see it from like this short kind of angle. I won't be able to see it when it's further away, but I can't do that. So I don't know what to do. I might have to wait. My sister is coming round later, so maybe I'll ask her and get her to like solve this puzzle for me. She can like hold it up and then I can be like up, down, to the left, to the right. Because I don't know. Aren't they pretty though? I think they look really good. Yeah. I don't want to make a mistake on this one, I really don't. So we'll come back to this and instead we're going to do the curtains. Okay. Curtains are coming down. No, they're not. I need a different screwdriver. This one is too big. I'm back and I'm armed with a different screwdriver. Let's try again. Oh. Okay. That one's better. It's fine, it's fine. Right. This one. They have fallen out of the wall. Anyway. Right. Let's try and do this. Oh God. Oh God. Hang on. Whew. Woo. The screw is completely stuck in there. It's like, look at that. It's like the ball plug wasn't big enough. It's just give it up. A death, basically. So sad. So sad. It's such a beautiful pole, but it's completely had it. It's like all funny on the inside. Well, you served me well. I had this pole at my old house in my living room. It did a good job, but unfortunately it's now very much worn and weathered. So this feels like the right time to put the next one up, doesn't it? Okay, so I did love you and leave you slightly because I realised I was running out of time after I got the curtain pole down, and I started drilling, and then I was like, oh, the pressure. So I just kind of tried to get on with it myself, and I've put this bracket up onto the ceiling. So this is from IKEA, and basically like you then hook the curtains in and they like glide all the way across. If I can get up there and show you, I will. So they kind of just then like glide on these little things like that. Yeah, that was an absolute faff, but it's up. I need to like make good the wall. I also need to get some more of the hooks that look like, where are they? They look like this. I don't actually have enough of those, but I do have some temporary hooks so I can put the curtains up this evening, and I've just ordered some more of these which like create like a pinch pleat in your curtain. So yeah, I'll show you how I do those tomorrow when they arrive. But I'm just going to pop some temporary hooks in these so that I've got a bit of privacy this evening. However, I will have to do that when I get back from the school run, as I have completely run out of time. It is like 2:15. I have to pick the girls up at 3:30, but I've booked a slot at the recycling centre because, yes, and I have a lot more where that came from. So I want to get rid of all of that before it rains. So I'm going to go and do that, and then I will come back to this bit tomorrow. I also think I may have made a decision on where these are going. I've thought about it, I've done some more research on it, and I think I'm going to put them here so that the bottom of the shade is level with the bed. Is probably what I'm going to do. So yeah, a little bit of success, but not as much as I would like. I feel like it's been a bit kind of a a day of bits and bobs. But yeah, it's going to come together and it should look lovely in the next day or so. And yeah, like I said, there's so much more to do. Good morning. It's a new day. I'm just getting ready to go and meet my mum today. We're going to go to DFS and have a little try on some of the sofas there. I don't really even remember what I said to you about the sofas yesterday, or what my mindset is on them, but I just keep flicking with the idea, and I feel like I need to go down this path with my mum, like we're going to do it together, because I can't make decisions, and she's really good at kind of like grounding me and helping me decide things and talking logic. So I'm taking her with me, and we're just going to see what's going on, because I just can't get this out of my head, which is fine. I'm also kind of, I don't know how to explain it, and I wasn't even sure if I wanted to share it, but I feel like I'm really struggling this week. I don't really know why, but I feel just really sad this week. It could be hormones, that could be it, or I don't know. I don't know if I'm just letting like tiny things get to me when I shouldn't. Like, I know that kind of opening myself up and sharing myself on social media and like, you know, the nitty gritty kind of details kind of opens pathways for people to be perhaps a little bit more unkind, and to be a bit savage, basically. And I'm kind of really struggling with that at the moment. And like, I was thinking last night, I was actually like doing some like journaling about it all. And I was like, so for every like 100 messages I receive, actually probably more than that, every 200 messages I receive, I will get like one bad message. And I don't know why in myself I choose to focus on that one bad message. I've been like just thinking about it. I'm like, you get so many lovely messages, Jess. Why are you letting one bad message affect your mood? And I need to stop it. Like, I know I do, because I absolutely love doing these vlogs with you guys. It's not just on here, obviously, it's on the other apps as well. And like, I am really, really enjoying sharing these vlogs. I'm really enjoying sharing kind of my single mum content and, you know, helping other women. Like, I really like to think that I'm helping other women. Like, the amount of messages I receive from like women who are, you know, been single mums for a long time, or who have been betrayed or cheated on like in the same way I have, or those that are struggling in their current relationships, or they've literally are now going through it. Like, it's, I wish you guys could see my inbox, because it is flooded daily with women who are like, thank you, and or want advice. And you know, I've had women message me or like send me voice notes, and they're crying because my reels have affected them and highlighted things to them, or, you know, made, just felt relatable. And you know, I'm really, really enjoying this. And I honestly, my main goal here, and the thing that I have said all along to everybody, is that I am not sharing my story for me because I feel like I have the closure on the story. Like, yeah, there's still a few things of like co-parenting, and moving in here was a big thing, but I've made closure with kind of how, what I went through. I mean, I've said to you before, I have trauma and PTSD, but I've made some sort of peace with it, right? Like, he's made his choices, that's fine. It's now what I do next, kind of thing. But who I am sharing my story for is those women. It's those women who need that kind of sign, that positive story that they can relate to. And I need to just stop letting these tiny, tiny comments like really affect my mood. Sorry, my makeup bag is down here. Like, because it's just nothing in the grand scheme of things. I think, like I said to you earlier in this video, I'm just a massive people pleaser, and I find it really hard when people don't like me. But what I have to learn in life, and I do try and learn, or I am aware of, is you cannot please everybody. I cannot find this brush that I want. You can't please everybody, and I'm just trying to teach myself that, and I'm telling myself that. It's like, ignore it. Ignore those messages. Don't let them eat you alive, and instead focus on all the positive ones. So I actually went through my inbox in the end last night, and I wrote down 10 really lovely positive messages that I received, and I do feel slightly better about it today. And yeah, I'm just gonna like just let it go now. I'm not gonna please everybody with, you know, the choices that I make by sharing my story. I'm not gonna please everybody with how I'm choosing to spend my money or spend my time, or, you know, this is my journey, and I just need to remember that, and, you know, do it at whatever pace suits me. And it's the wrong palette. And yeah, just stay in my own lane, basically. So yeah, that's where I'm at. Thank you for the therapy session. It's better to say it out loud. And I'm just hoping that I can continue moving forwards with everything. But it is a better day today because the sun is shining, and the sun hasn't been shining for a couple of days. And I swear that the sun really does affect my mood. So either it's hormonal, or whether it's a lack of vitamin D, I don't know. But yeah, I had a bit of a rough few days, and I felt like I was sort of losing my way slightly. But I'm back today. And after a little outing with my mum, I know that I'm going to feel a lot better. So I'm just going to finish getting ready, and then me and my mum will see you guys at DFS. So we have arrived at DFS. Mum's just listing off the price of a sofa we've just seen. It's so lovely. Let me show you. This is it. So this is the Lovis sofa. It's gorgeous. I think actually my friend Home with Rue has this, and she's just bought it and said it's the most comfortable sofa in the world. And I have to second that. It really is the most comfortable sofa in the world. It's gorgeous to sit on, and it comes with like these fairy cushions. You could just sit here all day just stroking everything. I love it. And I think something as well is about like the fabric. I think it's easy to clean as well, but I need to ask the guy about that. But yeah, I really like this one. I'll show you a bit more closely. It's gorgeous, lovely fabric. Look at, hang on, where are we? There we are. Look at that. So nice. And it has like, I like the modern edges. Ooh, and the cushions at the back. Yep, really like that sofa. Oh, Mum's over here having a nap. She's found a green sofa. That's maybe a bit too big for the space. She can't get out of it. But yeah. Was that one comfortable too? Yeah. Yeah. Keep going. I like that pink one last time when I came in. No, there's just so many. Yeah. I'm going to sit on the pink one. No. So this is the sofa that we came to see. It's called the Calyx. And it's like a boucle kind of fabric. But I was going to get it in a darker colour. I think they have one called Latte, which might be that one there. But now I've sat on it, I don't really like it. It's a bit low down, and it's not as spongy as the other one that I just sat on like the Lovis one. And it's just, yeah, really low and nowhere near as comfortable. So that knocks that one out, doesn't it? There are some really comfy sofas in here. We've tried so many. But yeah, this one is a no. Ticked off the list, crossed, slashed, gone. So I'm now home from my little trip to DFS with my mum. It was so lovely. We had such a nice time. We were literally just like laying on these sofas, and we were like, oh, we actually got to go and get other stuff done today. Yes, we do. We had to go. Mum's got a lovely gig this afternoon. She sings, and she's singing in a care home this afternoon for VE Day, which is just really lovely. She's going to have such a nice time. Yeah, and I've come home and I've got things that I need to do. So yeah, we didn't get much further with any decisions being made regarding the sofa, but I will keep you guys updated on that. However, whilst I was out, we did have to go into Dunelm as I had a few bits to return, and so did my mum. And naturally, we had a little browse, and I did pick up one thing that was kind of non-essential but essential. And then I actually found something else which I'm really happy about. So let me just show you what I got. I picked up this for Phoebe. It's like a feeding mat. How cute is that? And it was only £4. I'd been looking for a nice mat to go underneath her bowls. So really happy with that. I love that it says Bon Appetit. Love that. And then also, I think I maybe mentioned yesterday that my curtains are not lined that are in my bedroom. And they are really waking me up early. Like this morning I got up at about, I think I started waking up at 4:45. And in the end I was like, I'm just going to get up. And I think it was about 5 o'clock. And so I got loads of bits done, like replying to messages and stuff. So when I was in Dunelm, I was like, I really want to find some like blackout curtains, but they were so expensive. However, I found these, like a curtain liner. And with my new bracket I've put up, there's 2 rows. So I thought, I'm going to try these and put these up behind my curtains. And then I still kind of get the floatiness of like the lightness of my curtains. But hopefully I can still get a bit of darkness and blackout with these. And I thought they were fairly priced at £28. They had the right size. And so I'm going to give them a little, well, I want to put them up with you now. The other curtain, intrigued by these. I am hoping they're going to be okay. They have like hooks that come with it, but I do have some hooks that go with this rail from IKEA, so I might actually use those, but I'm hoping these are going to be my little saviour so I can actually get a decent night's sleep, because I don't think I've had one since I moved in here, which might explain my mood, because honestly I am so tired. I fall asleep on the sofa. Like as soon as I put the kids to bed, I sit down and I just fall asleep, like instantly. And it's really sad, and it's just honestly no way to live either. Like I feel like I used to really enjoy reading and doing like a bit of self-care before I went to bed. But now I just don't feel like I'm really getting much of that. Like I'm just kind of put the kids to bed, sit down, fall asleep. Then I kind of like wander through to bed, you know, do my teeth and then just fall asleep again, and then I wake up early, and then the pattern repeats the next day. So I'm hoping these are going to save me. So yeah, they have like little hook system at the back, so I'm going to pop some hooks. It says they came with hooks, but I see no hooks, so I'm going to go get my hooks and then weave them through and give it a try. I might have to add a few more bits, which isn't a problem. Okay, step 1 is complete. I've put up the blackouts, rather terribly, I will add. However, as I was putting up the blackouts, the new hooks arrived to put up the rest of the curtains, which I'm really excited about, because that means I can get that bit done. The blackouts are great. They're a bit fiddly to put up, and obviously that's not the way you should put them up either. So yeah, it's worked though, and they do go all the way across, which is brilliant as well. And so yeah, now I'm just going to pop up the rest of the curtains. So I will talk you through how these hooks work, because I'd never seen them before, and I'm sure other people haven't. Some of you might, but yeah, these are brilliant if you want to create like a pencil pleat in your curtains without paying a fortune for pencil pleats. So I've got one in already. The way I've done it on these particular curtains is because they're maybe a little bit too short for the window now, I've put them near the top, but on my ones in the living room, I did them like in the middle so that there was more fabric at the top. To be honest, if you did that in here, it might look better because it would hide the rail. But as I said, they're not quite long enough. So yeah, anyway. So you get your hook and you put that through 3 of those is what I do. And then leave one and then hook it again through the next one. If it's so hard to explain and do it at the same time. But yeah, you can kind of see. So you find the next loop, next lot, and so there's a gap in here of like one set of loops, and then you just repeat that all the way across. So I'll start the next one in the next set of loops, leave one, and then go across to the next set of loops, and so on and so on. And you can see it creates a really nice like pleating effect. You can buy these little things. I found these ones are from IKEA, and I do find that they are, I mean, I don't have anything to compare them to, but they're affordable and they're pretty easy to use. I actually had to buy these. You can buy them on Amazon as well. I had to buy these through Amazon because I needed the next day delivery, okay? Because I wanted to get this done with you guys, and also I really needed some curtains. So yeah, if you can get them on Amazon, but I just find them, I find them just really easy to use and just so effective as well. Like, yeah, super happy with these. Just gonna get the rest of these done. Okay, so that is now all the curtains up. I literally just hooked those silver Rick-Tig things through the hooks that I, like the loops that I had already put in the, I can't get my words out, in the brackets on the ceilings. And now they just kind of like glide over. As I said to you, there are 4 panels because they're from like 2 separate windows at my old house. But you can kind of get the idea of how they look. And then with the liners behind, if you can still see me and hear me, they have now become blackout. I'm literally so happy about this. I cannot even tell you how happy I am about this. Look, I'm gonna sleep like a baby tonight. I'm gonna sleep like a baby. Yay! Like, they actually just look so good, and like when you push it all down as well, like you can still push, just not have the blackout. So when it's like during the day and I'm getting ready and stuff, I can just pull these over and still have that bit of privacy that I wanted. I'll just come and talk to you here rather than sort of like having you in a tripod. I'm just really happy with how they look. I think they look great. I think the fact that they are now like touching the ceiling makes the room look a lot more kind of taller and bigger actually as well. Yeah, I've obviously got to make good the wall and pull out the wall plugs and paint kind of over that kind of stuff. That's something that I need to do. And I really did want to put those little lamps up today, but I'm not going to have a chance. It's now 2 o'clock, and yeah, I need to leave to get the girls in 45 minutes, and I just have a feeling it's going to take me longer than 45 minutes. So I'm just going to tidy away like all the stuff that I've used now and put away the screwdrivers and bits and bobs that I no longer need out. And I've got a load of washing that needs to go out as well. I need to tidy up the kitchen, and then I'm going to try and squeeze in a quick scrub of my floors, and then yeah, we'll come back tomorrow and we'll do that together. I just don't have time. Honestly, these days run away with me. Obviously didn't help that I went out for my mum for a little bit, but I needed that for my soul. So yeah, let's have a little tidy up and scrub those floors. Good morning, guys. Welcome back to another day. I have decided that I am just not going to get these lights done today. It's already quite late in the morning. If you can't tell, the sun's already coming round. It's quite late in the morning. I've been to the gym and then had a shower and been doing work and other bits and bobs. And I don't have it in me to put these lights up with you in this vlog. I just really don't. But what I do have in me is to do a little bit of a fashion show, because I really need your advice on some outfits. So I think I said earlier in this video that I am going away on a trip at the end of this month, and I'm having an identity crisis. hence why I'm in my dressing gown right now. I'm having an identity crisis and I don't know what to wear. So I've bought a couple of outfits and I'm really hoping that you guys can give me some advice on if you think they look nice, or if you think I should send them back, or you think I've got a couple to share with you, and hopefully we can come to some kind of like agreement on if I'm okay, or if I'm trying to like dress younger than I am, or if I'm just dressing terribly, because I don't know anymore. I used to love clothes so much and I always used to know what to wear, but now I'm like, I don't know, I just live in Adenola. Like, apparently that's like a millennial lockdown mum thing, is just to wear Adenola. Well, so that's me. Yeah. So let me get some of these outfits on, get out this dressing gown, and I will give you like a little fashion show, and you guys can let me know what you think. Okay, so this is outfit number one. It's like a sort of lemon coloured duo, shorts and then a like waistcoat. It's like a butter yellow. Honestly, I love the colour. I am not one to wear colour, kind of like how I'm also one not to have colour in my house, but I really am enjoying colour at the moment, as you know. And I saw this in Tesco, and I was like, oh, it's so beautiful. I really, really love it. It's so gorgeous. The only problem is the shorts are considerably too big. Like, I got a 10, which is what I would normally say that I am, but then I have lost a bit of weight recently, so maybe it's a problem. But yeah, so these are a 10. I definitely need to get an 8. And then the waistcoat is an 8, and I would say the waistcoat fits me beautifully. I really like it. Like, I do really like it. And I like the sort of like bagginess of the shorts. I'm just trying to imagine if they were a bit smaller, I think they would be beautiful, like really nice. And I don't get my legs out very often on camera. I'm not a very confident body person, but yeah, this is me with a nice big bruise on my shin. But yeah, what do you guys think of this one? Is it a keeper? Should I just change the shorts? I don't know. Okay, next one. We've got this black dress from Primark. It's from like their new range. I can't remember the name of it, but yeah, this is like from the new range from Primark. It's got like a sort of body, it's not bodysuit, but it's like a sort of tight material on the top, and then it flows down into like this silky kind of skirt. Like, it's really, really pretty. I do really like it. It's just, I don't know how often I would wear this, truthfully. Like, even at the event when I go there, it's kind of like you would only wear this in the evening. It's not like a daytime dress, if you know what I mean. I think it's a bit lackluster as well. Maybe it'd look better with like some nice bags and things like that, but yeah, it's not like screaming, keep me, you're gonna wear me all the time. I don't think I would wear it that often, but again, it is very pretty. It's very, very pretty. Okay, option number 3, more of a daytime outfit. The shirt and short combo, also from Primark. I don't know if I like the top. I really, really love the shorts. Like, I think the shorts are so kind of like flattering around the waist, and I love how they like come down and they're like not too like short, but I don't love the shirt. I think it kind of makes me look a little bit like Andy Pandy, I think. I also just don't know if this like blue is my colour. But very nice if you're like going to the beach. Might look nicer if I got a white t-shirt underneath and had it open, but I kind of wanted it to just be like a loose sort of fitting, like, what do you call it, co-ord. But yeah, I'm not entirely convinced on this one either, but you know, let me know. So this is the next one. It's from Zara. I do really like this one. I think I need a better bra. It's hard to find a nice bra with it though, because it's quite low cut, and I'm not very I'm not used to kind of like wearing something so low cut. Normally my cut off line would be about here. I do really like it. I think like this waistcoat fits me really, really nicely. And I love the skirt as well. It's like a really gorgeous like oatmeal colour little outfit. Again, a co-ord. I do love a co-ord, if you can't tell. I love things that are like all matching. I just think you look so much more put together when your outfit is like a little co-ord set. That's my personal opinion anyway. But yeah. I don't know, do you like this one? The top is like a sort of halter neck. I would not wear my hair up with this. Mind you, I don't wear my hair up a lot anyway, as you guys know. But yeah. Do we like this one? Okay, last one. This one I was probably the most excited about, and I think I love it. I love it a lot, actually. I love the like really bright, gorgeous green colour. It's like a sort of neon green, and then it has like a little skirt, and then this sort of like floaty bit underneath, and I've just put some like sort of heels with it. And yeah, I love this. I think this would be perfect like in the evening if we're going for like drinks, or if you're on holiday, like especially, it's definitely a holiday outfit, like kind of, you know, if you're on holiday somewhere lovely and you're going out for dinner in the evening, or you're going out somewhere nice, just sitting by the pool. Like, I just think it's so pretty. It's such a lovely colour. Like, it is quite thick because it's sort of like a knitted material, but it's very flattering, very flattering. And this one I'm definitely going to keep. The others, I don't know. I'm going to need you guys to let me know what you think I should keep, or if I should just return it all. But yeah, I really, really like this one. It's my favourite. And with that, it brings me to the end of my little haul. I have nothing more to share with you because I already know that everything else I don't like. So this was kind of like just it. A couple of things. Yeah, I would really appreciate if you guys could let me know, because I'm really struggling, okay? I don't know what to wear. I have no idea. If you see anything you think I might like as well, let me know. Anyway, with the end of the haul, that does also mean the end of the vlog. I will probably spend some time tomorrow putting up the lights in the bedroom, and then I will put that all together in a reel and share it on Instagram. I'll probably also put it on Facebook, TikTok, and YouTube Shorts. So if you really want to see how that all looks before next week, go and check out that. I would say it's going to be live on the early part of next week, maybe even Sunday if you're really lucky. But yeah, so I'm very sorry that I didn't get my bedroom finished with you guys this week. As I said earlier in this video, I'm feeling a little bit lackluster and a bit down in the dumps. I'm sure it's just hormones, and now that the sun is back, I'm sure I will start perking up again. Yeah, so all good. But that obviously does mean that it's time for me to say goodbye, and I will see you guys next week in next week's vlog, and I'm sure there'll be lots of lovely, super exciting things to share with you then. So until we meet again, take care and goodbye.